Will enemies from the past be the final straw that breaks the camel's back on everything Scott Summers is trying to build with his new team in Alaska? Well, let's hop into the pages of X-Men issue number 4 and find out together, shall we? So then, as we join the book, we pick on up with Magic, who for all intents and purposes is our POV character for this issue. She's playing chess with some mysterious unseen individual on her phone. Ileana says she likes chess not because she thinks it's fun, but because chess is a pretty solid allegory for life. As far as she sees it's not about winning or losing, but simply seeing how long you can stay in the game. A sentiment that I'm sure it is shared by a massive swath of mutant kind right now. It's after that Cyclops gathers everyone together for their next mission. Who's the target? Well, none other than Trevor Fitzroy. Don't remember this guy? Well, he's a 90s creation, a time-traveling mutant, and current leader of the group known as the Upstarts. Don't know who they are? Well, they were created by Selene of the Hellfire Club back in the day, as a sort of testing ground to see who would get to join her own personal inner circle, the idea being that if you were able to kill mutants, you would gain points. An ideology that Fitzroy and his version of the Upstarts continue to cling to, only this time they kill mutants live on internet stream. By God, that means he's not just a supervillain, he's an IRL streamer, truly the lowest of the low. He must be stopped, and at all costs, I tell you. Now, as Cyclops explains, Quentin Quire and Psylocke are busy on psychic business right now, meaning that the strike team he's sending into the field is going to be down a couple of their heaviest hitters. Meaning that Scott makes the executive decision to pull Beast out of the laboratory and send him into the field. Hank, of course, protests this move, saying the science he's working on is important not only for this group, but all of mutant kind. He even invokes Magneto, saying that whatever mystery project he's working on relates to him as well. I wonder. Magic will be leading the team and Beast will be reporting to her, and Ileana is actually something of a harsh taskmaster too, saying that Beast knew full well what he signed up for when he joined the factory team, and that if he wants to be a conscientious objector, he can go join Rogue and Gambit's team in the woods wherever they're hiding out. Oof, that's rough. Also, hey, did you know that they're building up to a crossover? By the time the good guys finally teleport to Detroit, Fitzroy and the Upstarts have already cornered a poor young woman, one of the new mutants, in fact, whose powers have just activated. You may also notice a couple of Fitzroy's henchmen here are mutants we saw once before in the pages of Ecstatic. They all have O's in their name. The real MVP, though, is of course the mutant called Orphis, who can spit stuff out of his mouth. Fitzroy proves to be a real slippery bastard. Not only can he open portals, but he can open up portals in time, and teleport whatever nasty things he wants through, like, oh, I don't know, maybe a volcanic explosion to help stop up magic. Poor Juggernaut tries his best to take out the Upstart's muscle, only to end up getting tripped up by another one of these mutants called Orb. What's his power? Oh, you know, just the power of Home Alone, getting poor Kane Marco to trip all over himself like this was some sort of Three Stooges routine. Beast actually ends up proving much better in the fight. He might not wanted to come along, but it's proved time and time again that Hank can indeed handle himself, and his big smart guy brain actually ends up giving him a major edge over these less than intelligent henchman mutants. Now, where's Temper while all of this is going on? Well, she used the chaos of the fight to actually spirit away the young mutant that the Upstarts were trying to murder. It also seems that it's not just her powers that run hot and cold either. We saw her murder a bunch of government agents a few issues ago, and yet here in this story, she's actually very supportive and very kind, telling this new mutant to not lose hope and that while it might seem like the life that she knew is over, there's still so much beauty and worth to be found in a life as a mutant. Believe it or not, though, my favorite bit of characterization in this issue actually comes in the form of Juggernaut. He tanks a major blow from Orphis, who asks the also important question, and that is, hey, you're not even a mutant, Juggernaut. Why even bother sticking out your neck for Cyclops and his team? And believe it or not, Kane actually has one hell of a poignant answer. He says he may not be a mutant, but so long as he's carrying this X around on his face, he is an X-Man. A hero, a defender of mutants, a true ally who wears the X as a target on his own back, making it abundantly clear to any evildoers out there that if they ever wish to harm mutant kind, they're going to have to come through him first, and well, you know, nothing stops the Juggernaut. Now, Fitzroy ultimately proves to be one hell of a coward. Once his henchmen are dealt with, he decides to make a hasty retreat himself. Before he goes, though, Magic takes this opportunity to interrogate him, saying, why the hell are you killing mutants? Surely it can't be for something as simple as social media clout. Surely no man, no mutant could ever possibly be so spineless, only, yes, Fitzroy most definitely is. Why, he even has a little speech prepared just to show how devoid of morals he truly is. You X-Men get off on being hated and feared, but I want the very worst of them to love me because I'm the very worst of us, and I'm going to give them the very worst things to see, to watch, to revel in, because as long as they love me and hate and fear you, you can't win. So, to bring it back to the chess allegory from earlier, it looks like Fitzroy has found his own wicked and twisted way to stay in the game. Though in reality, as we learn in short order, Fitzroy and the upstarts are actively just working as middlemen for a bigger villain, someone with deep pockets and an invested interest in unraveling the secret of this so-called mutant contagion, why regular people are becoming mutants later in life now than ever before, and that mystery villain is ultimately revealed to be none other than the Sugar Man, another one of the mutants' most grossest long-running foes. I'm honestly surprised both him and Mojo are in stories that are running simultaneously right now. And yeah, that's basically where the comic comes to an end. The X-Men adopt a new mutant in the one they saved from the upstarts. Magic goes back to her chess game. As we see, she gets another message on her phone from her mystery play partner. And so that was X-Men issue number 4, everybody, and overall I felt this issue was fine, just fine. The 90s X-Men deep cuts are cool. It's fun to see a lot of villains who never really got their heyday during the Krakoan era get to come back and mix it up again. There's some fun character bits for sure, like getting to see Beast shake off the ring rust and actually get back in the field, and of course I loved the Juggernaut stuff. I hope we see them build on that in future stories. But the rest just kinda left me feeling cold. I hate to say it, but this issue reminded me a lot of the stories that made me end up dropping Jed MacKay's Avengers book, which again, nothing particularly wrong with that one. Just a real glacial pace that made it hard for me to stay invested issue to issue. Again, we're 4 issues into this series, and while a lot of stuff has certainly happened, a new generation of mutants being born, Cyclops not seeing eye to eye with other founding members of the X-Men, the Alaskan mutants in their factory going to war with the American government. There's still just not a lot of forward momentum. I don't exactly know what's steering this book right now. Again, they plant some seeds in this issue that Beast is working on something special and that it relates to Magneto and why he's here, but I just wish I had a bigger picture, especially considering now that I've had a chance to read most of the new From Ashes X-Men books, and those series have managed to do so much more with a lot less. Those other books are so strong and really establishing what genre they are out of the gate, but here in this X-Men book, the genre just seems to be, well, X-Men, which again is perfectly fine. I just feel like the main flagship book in this brand new From Ashes line should have a little bit more happening under the hood. Overall, though, I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10. Not bad, but I'm enjoying it less than I'm enjoying the other ones.
Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.